You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. If you're new to the channel, punch the subscribe, like, comment, check us out on podcast, wherever you get your podcasting from. We got a couple of different stories on AB. That's right, Antonio Brown. And one of them is very interesting indeed. I believe it is today that Antonio Brown will make his debut for his own arena team, in which he owns 95% of the team. There's a husband and wife that owns the other 5%. Now, of course, as you could expect, it's been a total mess since he has taken over that team. There was a claim out there that he's claiming he's not a U.S. citizen. As part of how this ownership situation is set up. I don't know how that works. And then there is a very interesting story that Antonio Brown is getting legitimate NFL interest again, which is amazing when you consider he walked off the field against the Jets because he got into it with one of the most well-respected coaches in all of football. And it does tell you that in the NFL, if you've got all-time talent, and I never want to be unfair here, Antonio Brown has got all-time talent. Over 900 catches, over 12,000 yards, over 80 touchdowns, and a championship. Those folks are absolutely at least arguable Hall of Fame numbers. And if somehow, some way Antonio Brown can get his head screwed on straight and could get a couple of more years in the league, look out. I mean, that's amazing to even have roll out of your mouth considering all the off-the-field issues, and it might take him several years, but eventually people would start taking... I mean, Terrell Owens is in, you know? And I like T.O. too. Let's get to this because the husband and wife owners of the Albany Empire, they want out. They want out. They want away from Antonio Brown because evidently their dealings with Antonio Brown have not been friendly. He's been extremely rude to them, according to this. He's berated them, just not acting professional. I mean, should anybody be surprised by this? But that just tells you the fact that NFL teams may be sniffing around. Look, in the National Football League, it's obvious talent is always going to trump everything. Always. To these teams. They just don't care about character. I got TMZ here. I also got CBS Sports. Antonio Brown's ownership partners with the Albany Empire say they've been frozen out by the former NFL star, and they have a message for AB. Buy us out or we're prepared to go to court. TMZ Sports talked to Charlotte Von Schiller and her husband Steve, who own 5% stake in the organization last year before Brown came on board. Antonio Brown now owns 95% of the franchise. Well, that's for all those people that said he had 100% ownership. Unfortunately for the Von Schillers, they say things have been absolutely awful since Antonio took over. And he has even failed to acknowledge they own even the smallest piece of the empire. That is not how you act like a professional. Literally ignoring anybody that's got any ownership stake in this team. The Von Schillers tell us they have repeatedly attempted to have civilized conversations with AB about a buyout of their portion of the franchise, but instead he's essentially told them to get lost and at times has berated them on the phone. I mean, what's the point of that? Quote, the disregard and disrespect from AB and his group has been incredulous. In fact, it's gotten so bad the Von Schillers have consulted an attorney and tell us they're ready to go to court if necessary. But they hope it doesn't turn into a legal battle and would like to reach an agreement that's applicable. Brown's tenure in Albany, depending on who you ask, has been an unmitigated disaster, with players and coaches quitting mid-season over AB's alleged erratic behavior. AB and erratic behavior? Say it isn't so. Several former players and coach previously told Antonio ordered them lock them out. I would assume that means ordered them to be locked out, TMZ, of their team hotels after complaining about missing paychecks. Now AB is reportedly preparing to suit up for the Empire's game. Again, I think it's today, which will be his first time playing since removing his uniform, walking off the field at MetLife Stadium in January of 2022. That was literally the biggest story of January 2022. I mean, I swear we got 2.5 million views over Antonio Brown that month. Antonio Brown fielding genuine NFL interest ahead of anticipated Arena League debut. By the way, there was multiple articles about this, and in one of the articles, he is claiming that Cam Newton is coming to this league. Okay? That he's on his way. Now, we know publicly, he put it out there, he wanted to bring Cam Newton in. According to him, Cam is coming. Who knows? We'll have to see if Cam Newton actually shows up and when he does show up. 2 years after he was last seen in the NFL, the former All-Pro wide receiver Antonio Brown is teasing a debut for the Arena football team he recently purchased, but that's not all. The longtime Steelers star is also fielding, quote, genuine interest from NFL teams about a potential return to the league in 2023. His agent J.R. Record tells CBS Sports. I wonder how or if this could get a little harder now that DeAndre Hopkins is on the market. I don't know. Brown, 34, hasn't taken the field since storming out of the Buccaneers' Week 17 2021 game when he infamously went shirtless after a dispute with the Tampa Bay coaches. But the 7-time Pro Bowler recently reported to practice for the Albany Empire, the upstart National Arena League team, of which he is the majority owner, and plans to suit up at Saturday's home game. It's a chance for Brown to jumpstart an arena franchise he's running alongside his father, former indoor standout Eddie Brown, while he considers his own NFL comeback. Quote, he is exploring the right fit, his agent said Thursday, describing recent NFL inquiries as, quote, genuine. Now, guys, we know how this works, and sometimes agents do this to create a sense that there is a fever around their client. This may or may not be accurate. We don't know. This comes a month after Brown abruptly teased an NFL comeback, even posting a picture of himself in a Ravens uniform. He'd said as recently as March, when he became co-owner of the Empire, that he was retired from playing. Record expressed confidence that Brown will be on an NFL roster at some point in 2023, but is the wideout serious about a return? Quote, I think that he is a multi-talented individual who does everything at a high level, except character issues. Rickard said, and whatever he commits to, he goes all in. Really? Question mark. Brown, who's offering military and first responders free admission to his apparent Empire debut on Saturday. You know what? My hat's off to Antonio Brown for that. I mean, look, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Antonio Brown giving free admission to military and first responders. That's good looking out by Antonio Brown. I'm just going to be real. Has remained a controversial off-field figure. Since 2019, he has had colorful departures from the Steelers, Raiders, Patriots organizations. The former All-Pro has faced numerous lawsuits, including allegedly sexual misconduct and felony battery. Asked if he's concerned Brown could face future NFL discipline in the event of a return to the league, Rickard said that he's, quote, had tremendously positive experiences working with AB and would hope that I can continue to be a strong advocate and advisor. So, now the question is, how do you guys feel about this? Do you really believe that there's legitimate NFL interest? Even at his age, some of the stuff that I have seen, Antonio Brown still runs like a damn gazelle, like an antelope. He is all-time fast. It's unbelievable. And, nobody's disputing the guy's talent. It's the character stuff that a lot of people have got issues with, right? So this is going to be interesting. I didn't think about the Empire situation, leading teams to take a look, but you can bet one thing. If people believe this guy can still catch 30 to 40 balls and get 400 to 700 yards and 5 TDs over the course of a season, as what would he be? The best fourth receiver in all of the league, walking right back in? Let's even say third receiver, be in the top 5, probably. I mean, if you go back and you look at his actual stats, when he was healthy, playing for the Buccaneers, even in that last year, Antonio Brown was putting up real numbers. Real numbers. So he wasn't falling off when he was healthy. Now, whether or not he's truly healthy, who knows? He's had plenty of time for that ankle to heal that caused all the drama to begin with, supposedly. That's the problem. Nobody knows what to believe when it comes to Antonio Brown. So, anyway, there you have it. Now he's in a dispute. The people are saying that own the other 5%, that it's been such a nightmare. They just want away from the arena team that they just bought a stake in. But he's running it into the ground, it seems like. I don't blame them for wanting out. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports supporters. Peace them out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.